there, welcome back. Today's a video which is not about film. This is about anxiety, like having anxiety during the coronavirus scare and how to cope with it. That's the whole point of this video. I have anxiety, I've had it for a while. Obviously because there's now a worldwide pandemic, my anxiety levels have skyrocketed. Is the best way to put it. They've just gone way up. And I'm sure anyone watching this video with anxiety will know what I mean. It's like, it's not like you're always like going every 2 seconds or anything. A lot of it's unconscious, which is the thing that really is weird. A lot of it's just a sense of restlessness, a sense of you can't sit still, you can't relax. That kind of feeling keeps building your body. Even if you try and relax, even if you try and meditate, even if you try and do all these things to relax your body, to exercise, it's still there, it's always there. Because you have loved ones you're looking at, looking out for, you've got all your family members, making sure they're okay. You're self-isolated, you're not seeing many people, but you're trying to communicate with people you know, make sure they're doing okay. A lot of times it's just on Facebook. Some of them seem to be doing better than others. Some seem to be doing pretty badly, so you worry with them. You know, it's like that thing, you check in on people, and it just creates a sense of everything's going to hell. But you just try and remain calm, that's the best thing to do. But one thing I've been noticing though is, because you get a lot of coronavirus, like, how do you spot coronavirus? We say that because it's a public detail, the public needs to know. But if you've got anxiety, you'll find that certain characteristics of the coronavirus are stuff you get with anxiety, which increases your anxiety as well. Because with anxiety attack, panic attacks, you have shortness of breath, which sometimes comes right on you straight away, or it might come on slowly, but it'll make you think it's somewhere in my lungs, something's up here, what's going on? You know, it creates that kind of tension. If you get anxiety, sometimes you sweat a lot if you're feeling stressed. If you're feeling stressed, the sweat comes out just as a expulsion of your tension. You just feel your stomach sometimes sore, and you can hear stories like people who have coronavirus have lots of diarrhea, so you're still going to toilet a lot, suddenly you're realising, oh, what's something wrong here? You know what I mean? That kind of thing happens. So I'm doing this video to say, look, if you've got anxiety, your brain might start to tie what you'd normally feel with a higher sense of anxiety towards what the symptoms are of coronavirus, when it may not actually exist. I mean, for me, I did have problems with a cold this week, which is because I've been keeping the windows open to try and get air in the room, around the house, to try and just keep the air flowing so it's not stuffy. Because the weather's now a bit better, you can actually have windows open. So I end up overdoing it a cold, so that adds to my paranoia. And also, because you try to keep your mind active, you start doing stuff online, you start doing stuff around the house to try and keep your mind active, away from thinking about it. But by doing that, it means you're actually becoming overactive, and you're actually making yourself worse and more stressed out. You suddenly realise you're in this pattern of overdoing it and try to do things just to do things, even if it's short term, like you're doing little bits here, there and everywhere. It kind of accumulates, and you realise you're much more rabid about what you're doing than you would normally be, because you're anxious and you don't realise it, and you're saying, oh, it's nothing, I'm fine, I'll get through it, and you realise, no, it's actually a sign of anxiety. You have to actually step back, see you're doing it, and actually take some control over it. So that becomes a problem. So it's one of those things that, the only reason I'm doing a video is, if you've got anxiety, you may be doing that and not realising. You might start thinking you're getting symptoms of coronavirus, when in fact it's your anxiety that's creating this feeling in you. Because you're worried about people, you're worried about yourself, you're worried about the surrounding area, and it's creating this anxiety in you, and you're moving it towards, oh no, it's symptoms of the coronavirus, when it's just your anxiety. That's something to watch out for. If your symptoms of anxiety, the way you would normally express your symptoms, ties to what the anxiety symptoms are, what the coronavirus symptoms are, that could cause a lot of confusion and it'll make it worse in your brain because you'll start to worry, have you got something? And that'll go on for days until you realise, this should have, if you had it, you'd have known it by now. I just been through this, by the way, for the last few days. Partly because of the cold, but partly because my brain's a bit raw. Also because when I get stressed out, I get really tired and my bones get sore. So you think about the flu, which is another sign of coronavirus. So you see, there's this thing where you can really mess yourself up, and it can be this churning syndrome that can actually really hurt you. So you can have to look out for that and just be very careful that you're not making yourself worse. You're not finding things to do to make yourself not think about it and actually make yourself panicked subconsciously. Because even if you're panicking subconsciously, it's going to go through to your body and you're going to go feeling really stressed. You're not going to know how to interpret it, and that's pretty dangerous. So you need to be careful. You don't want to, get your body all stressed up while you're in self-isolation in case you get a stroke or something. So you just have to be really careful. So it's something that I think people with anxiety have to be watchful of, or themselves, or if you know someone with anxiety, you should be checking it. Even if you're just talking to them over Skype or something, just check they're not doing this, because they could be doing it. Because I've just done it and I thought I was smart enough to avoid doing it, and it turns out I was a big dummy because I wasn't even remotely smart enough to avoid it. And that's another big thing. You may think you're smarter than you actually are. You can behave like a dummy if you think you won't behave like a dummy. You can really do yourself in, which I've been doing for the last few days. It's not great. It's better when you realise you've been doing it. That really helps. When you realise, oh, that's a symptom, I've been doing this for a few days and I've actually made myself worse by doing this. That makes you maybe feel a bit more relaxed, like I was in control a bit more again. But it's something you have to really be careful of. It's also something which with anxiety you have to be careful just to find things to relax. Like I would recommend meditation or exercise. Exercise harder because sometimes you'll be so stressed that you won't really want to do it. Like I skipped it this morning because I was just feeling so stressed after this thing for the last few days. I'll get back to it next week again. And I've been doing it pretty good during the coronavirus actually. I've been pretty good at keeping to it, as does help. So finding all these things to do actually does help. If you actually find things that keeps you from spinning out of control a little bit. You're not going to stop it entirely. If you get anxiety, there's no way you're not going to get anxiety attacks and these kind of, you're just stuck in the house all day and your mind's going crazy. I would recommend limiting your news input. Like, limit it to certain points, like later on in the year maybe, or something like that, just so you know what's going on, but so you're not thinking about it all the time. The other thing you should be careful of is overthinking every bit of detail and what does it mean, because that's something I've been guilty of. Like I watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, not from the real idiots, from actual people who know what they're talking about. But like someone who's talking about something a scientist said or a scientist themselves, and it's usually people I trust, but even then it makes you paranoid. So I'm now cutting that down again because I realised I was doing my head in and it was really messing with me. I know someone else with anxiety is doing the same thing, because you just have to be careful because you can really screw yourself up if you're taking in too much information and your brain's not ready for it, if you're emotionally stressed, if you're just not ready to deal with it, if the world seems to be closed in on you. You just have to be careful. So that's the big thing, is follow the general advice, self-isolating. If you've got anxiety, that shouldn't be the hard part because you probably do that a lot anyway. And it's probably a good chance you're probably used to your own company. But it's the other stuff, the worrying about people around you, the worrying about where that's going to go, if it's going to, how you're going to get food. Do you have people who can help you get food? That's another thing. When you know people who can help you, ask them for help. Really. Try and do what you can yourself, but ask for help. And maybe try and get out of the house, even if it's very basic stuff, like a few minutes out of the house and that's it. But try and be careful, but you have to try and look after yourself and just make sure you ask for help if you need it. If you know people who are on Facebook who are helping you, just keep in contact with them, say thank you, say please and all that stuff. Just if they're giving you, doing you favours to help you through, try to be nice to them and try not to get anxiety become irrational with them. That's another big thing. You don't, they will help you, but you don't want to push them away or anything. You have to try and be decent as well and be thankful for your friends. And if there's not many people around who can help you, just try and see what organisations are still available to help you. And just go to them, don't be too proud, just go to them and just say, I need help. Because if you need help, you need help. And the thing with anxiety and this thing, it can ring up your head and it can stick in your head for ages. And you can kind of do yourself in quite easily. So it's best to be able to ask for help and say, I need help here or here. There's these things I can't do. And just say what you can't do, what's an impossibility for you. Especially nowadays when all supermarkets are seem to be packed. You know, which for me is like the worst nightmare imaginable. That's like gets me stressed every time. So I'm gonna try and ask for help. Try local shops where you don't get smaller shops, but you don't get there isn't that much. So so what you can eat isn't that much, but it's still something. If you find that the big supermarket is too much for you, which they're too much for me even in the normal times. Even in the mornings when it's normal, when it's most people view it's quiet, for me that's too much. So that kind of thing, people with anxiety will understand. So if you need help, ask people for help, and you know. So that's my video. I hope it's helpful for anyone with anxiety during this coronavirus. It's a very difficult time. So that's me for now. Well, good luck. And hopefully we'll all get through it. Okay, bye.